There are places in this world that feel untouched by chaos. Maple Creek was one of them. The lawns were perfectly manicured, children's laughter echoed, and neighbors waved over white picket fences. It was a community built on trust, a trust that would become its greatest vulnerability. Beneath the calm, a different reality was taking shape, moving silently like a shadow. The people of Maple Creek went about their days, unaware of the predator among them. Trust was the currency here, traded freely and without a second thought. But the calm was deceptive, a deep, still water hiding a dangerous current. Patterns can be broken, and even the most ordinary places can harbor extraordinary secrets. This story begins not with a bang, but with a whisper, a reminder that evil doesn't always wear a monstrous face. Sometimes it's the face of a neighbor, a friend, a trusted professional. In Maple Creek, a storm was gathering in the mind of one man, ready to shatter the illusion of safety forever. In Maple Creek's business district stood Hale Accounting, run by Martin Hale, a pillar of the community. For decades, he managed his neighbors' finances, guiding them through life's milestones. Martin was precise, always in a gray suit, his smile warm and reassuring. He remembered your children's names, asked about your parents, and attended every community event. Clients saw him as a financial guardian, handing over their most sensitive information without hesitation. His reputation was impeccable. Trust surrounded him like armor. Martin's office reflected his image, orderly, unassuming, with family photos and neat files. He made the complex world of finance seem simple, offering calm in economic storms. But behind the mask, Martin was drowning in debt and fear. The numbers he managed for others were neat, but his own life was chaos. The man who knew everyone's numbers was losing control of his own. As the pressure mounted, the line between guardian and predator began to blur, and soon Martin would cross a line he could never return from. The trouble began quietly: a bad investment, unlucky stock bets, and mounting medical bills. Martin, the financial expert, was running out of money. The shame was immense. He was supposed to be the model of stability. His first transgression was small: borrowing from an elderly client's account, telling himself it was temporary. A few clicks, a forged signature, and the relief was immediate. But once crossed, the threshold became easier to pass again. The loans multiplied, each justified as temporary, each never repaid. The hole grew deeper, the thefts larger and more frequent. Martin lived in constant fear of discovery, his calm demeanor now a daily performance. Sleep eluded him. The numbers he once loved became his enemy. He was trapped in a ledger of his own making. The pressure was relentless, and he realized he couldn't simply erase the numbers. He needed a more permanent solution. The man who once found comfort in numbers now saw them as a threat, and desperation was about to drive him to the unthinkable. Desperation transforms people. For Martin, fear of discovery outweighed fear of committing the unthinkable. Small thefts weren't enough. He needed larger sums and silence from his victims. His focus shifted to his most vulnerable clients, the elderly. They trusted him completely, seeing him as a friend. Martin became a self-appointed caregiver, offering to help with medications and routines. The manipulation was subtle: a misplaced pill, an altered dosage. He created confusion, making clients seem forgetful, nudging them toward decline. All the while, he maintained his mask of compassion, calling families to express concern. These calls reinforced his image and planted seeds of doubt. Martin was no longer just managing money, he was managing lives and deaths. Their medical charts became a grim extension of his financial ledger. He turned trust into a weapon and his clients' vulnerability into opportunity. The line between accountant and predator had vanished. The first death was Mr. Peterson, an elderly widower with heart problems. His passing was unsurprising, and Martin handled the estate with somber efficiency. No one questioned the timing as Martin transferred the savings into his own account. Soon after, Eleanor Vance died in her sleep. Again, natural causes, again Martin at the center. Families thanked him for his kindness, unaware of his true role. Each death was a tragedy for a family, but a solution for Martin. The deaths continued, a man with diabetes, a woman with high blood pressure. Martin became adept at exploiting vulnerabilities, moving through the community like a ghost. With each act, his confidence grew. His fear receded. He paid off debts, funded a comfortable lifestyle, and made generous donations, cementing his reputation. He was living a double life, excelling at both. The man who comforted grieving families was the cause of their grief. Maple Creek's silence was now filled with his secrets. The ground was rich with his crimes. For years, Martin operated in plain sight, a wolf in sheep's clothing. His crimes were protected by their very nature. Expected deaths, no suspicion. Doctors and families saw only the natural end of life. Martin's meticulousness served his criminal enterprise. He kept 2 sets of books. He created complex paper trails, using shell corporations and offshore banks. His community embraced him, never suspecting the truth. He saw his victims as numbers, liabilities to be cleared. Martin Hale had created the perfect hunting ground, his reputation an impenetrable shield. Martin's downfall came not from suspicion, but from the numbers he thought he controlled. A new federal audit flagged a statistical anomaly. Many of his elderly clients died soon after their estates were liquidated. The auditor dug deeper, cross-referencing financial and pharmacy records. A chilling pattern emerged. Unusual prescription refills before each death. Small purchases from chemical supply stores linked Martin to compounds that could mimic natural causes. The digital breadcrumbs led straight to him. The quiet accountant was exposed as a serial killer. Authorities were notified. The silent storm finally broke. When arrested, Martin was calm, explaining his actions with chilling detachment. He spoke of his victims as necessary expenses, showing no remorse. In his twisted logic, he had simply balanced the books. The arrest sent shockwaves through Maple Creek, shattering its peaceful illusion. The town was left with a terrifying truth. The most dangerous monsters are often the ones we trust most. Evil had worn a friendly face, and the silence of Maple Creek would never be the same. The illusion of safety was gone, replaced by a single haunting question. How well do we truly know the people we let into our lives?